Jen, we've had our Cybertruck for over 6 months and 11,000 miles.
How are the tires doing on them?
They're wearing out.
Okay, yeah.
So this got us to thinking, how do tires affect a big and heavy pickup truck like this?
Yeah, whether it's all-terrain or all-season, does it have much of a difference? What is the difference?
Yes, so in order to test this in the real world, we teamed up with our friends at Atomic Wheels and also Michelin. So we have 2 sets of wheels and 2 sets of tires.
Yeah, Michelin sent us these nice all-seasons, and then we've got some beefy KO3 All-Terrains.
Yes, from BF Goodrich as well. So how about this? How about we run the Denver 100 efficiency loop on each tire and actually see, first of all, how these tires behave and also what type of efficiency we get.
Yeah, we'll test out the miles per kilowatt hour, and we'll also just see how they feel too.
And I think they look amazing.
I think they look really, really nice. We got these really cool off-road wheels from Atomic and then these nicer street wheels. I think they look awesome. So to mount up these awesome wheels and tires, we brought back our friends from Elevated Mobile Tire to get this done for us right here at the shop, so we don't have to lug around 2 sets of wheels and tires to any type of tire shop. We can just get it all done right here at our convenience.
All right, Jen, I think this video was meant for Jen because isn't this your old workplace?
This is the Tesla Service Center in Superior, Colorado. This is where Roman found me and stole me.
So this video is about Tesla truck and also tires, and you also used to own a tire business.
Yeah, Blue Mobile Tire. Ran that and operated for roughly 4 years in the Denver and Boulder greater area. So know a lot about Teslas, know a lot about tires.
All right, so let's plug in because we want to get to 80%, right?
Yeah.
And then we can go on the loop. Here's what I never understood, Jen. The Cybertruck is so big. I mean, the port is here, but this cable is almost fully extended.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of similar to some of the other Teslas, but this does have a much longer base to it. So they designed these way before the Cybertruck ever came out, so they're just trying to utilize it for the truck too.
And actually, this one is a little bit more useful because this post is between the parking spots.
Right.
Sometimes they're actually in the middle of the parking spot, which is a little sketchy.
That never works. But these, when they're in between, is much better. You can back up the truck or whatever car you're in much farther back and actually use this a lot easier.
Nice. That took almost 20 minutes.
Yeah, not too bad.
And what I love about Tesla supercharging network is that it's seamless.
Oh, easy.
You know, you just pulled up, you clicked the charging button, right?
Charge port door opens up,
it starts charging.
And then it tells you how long it's going to take until it's complete.
Yeah, except we did lose 20 minutes of our day.
Right.
Just now.
But that's just kind of inevitable when it comes
with
to
electric vehicle right
EVs,
now.
Right.
Yeah. So let's reset the trip and see exactly how these off-road ready KO3s, BFGs are doing.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't think it's going to be a whole lot better as to what came on the vehicle or these all seasons that we're going to be testing afterwards.
Really? But I'm hoping that the old seasons are gonna show us a little bit more efficiency than the all-terrains.
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna be a lot more efficient than the all-terrains for sure.
This video would not be possible without our friends at Atomic Wheels. They provided these forged aluminum wheels that also improve the performance of your vehicle because they're lighter weight. And let's face it, a Cybertruck is a pretty interesting vehicle. It's very difficult to customize it and make it yours outside of doing a wrap. So to have a unique wheel option is super important. And also Atomic Wheels provides and sells wheels for Rivians, BMWs, and also the Chevy Corvette.
So all Atomic wheels are made with forged aluminum, not cast. What does that mean? Well, each wheel is cut using a CNC machine to create their unique designs, which creates an incredibly strong, durable, and lightweight wheel. Plus, all Atomic wheels have knurling on the bead, which is going to help tire slippage from acceleration, braking, and it's going to help keep your wheel and tire set more balanced.
Let's take a closer look at this off-road wheel. This is my favorite design of all of them. and it's called AW08. It's not just cool looking, it's also very functional because it has a weight carrying capacity of upwards of 3,080 pounds per wheel. When you combine them, all four wheels, that's far greater capacity than the truck. And also it has this design element which protects the valve stem. Basically, when you're off-roading and there may be a rock here, this valve stem is protected, which is a really cool off-road feature. And each wheel weighs 36.5 pounds, which is less than the factory wheel with those wheel covers.
So a set of these AWZZ wheels removes 40 pounds of rolling weight from the axles while still supporting 2,640 pounds per wheel. The result is enhanced acceleration, braking, and handling.
To give your Cybertruck or any Tesla or Rivian vehicle this performance and look upgrade, go to atomic-wheels.com. And great news, you guys can get 10% off by using a special code TFLEV10OFF. TFLEV10OFF.
Plus, Atomic Wheels is giving away a set of forged wheels. Go to Atomic Wheels Instagram and leave a comment, or go to atomic-wheels.com/giveaway link to enter today. All right, Andre. So
Yes.
To test out these tires and the range and just the overall feel and quality of everything, we're doing the Denver 100.
Exactly, which we've been doing for several years actually. It's the same route.
So what is the route?
It's actually the toll road 470.
Okay.
All the way around Denver. So
Yep.
it kind of starts here. We're in Superior, near Boulder, and we're going to get on the toll road, and we're already on the highway. So it's really a highway-only loop.
So I'm assuming, since it's called the Denver 100, it's 100 miles, right?
No, it's not.
Why?
It's 111 miles.
So why the Denver 100, Andre?
There's reasoning to this. So first of all, we wanted to make the loop as long as possible.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because whenever we do short loops, people always, you guys are correctly complaining and saying there's not enough data.
Okay.
Right? But the Denver 100 just sounds cool.
It does better than Denver 111.
Yeah,
No,
111 sounds
it's a
like
little too choppy.
Yeah, so Denver
I
100
get it.
just sounds good. I wish it was Denver 500, like the Indy
Oh,
500.
that'd be so cool.
But I don't know if we could drive 500 miles today.
Thereuld be a lot of stopping.
Yes.
And a very long video.
All right, so it is 111 miles. And by the way, I love the way these wheels look.
Yes. A lot better than the OEM wheels, in my opinion. And they're a little more lightweight, fully forged from Atomic Wheels. I think they look great and rugged for off-roading too.
Yeah, and almost like military.
Yeah.
I mean, there's it's kind of like a theme, like it's this type of wheel is popular right now, but I think Atomic Wheels just did a good job with this design.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think they nailed it.
You know what would make this drive even better?
Full self-driving.
Yes. I was gonna say a burrito, but
Also not wrong.
but full self-driving, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should we pop that bad boy on?
Yeah, let's do it. We have navigation. We have a waypoint, so we can navigate, and that way the truck, it's consistent, right?
Right.
So we can have some consistency here
Yep.
as well.
Leave as many variables out of it as we can. I've noticed it's not too windy today, which can definitely have an effect towards your range. It's really nice out. It's not raining. It's not too cold out, so we're not going to be using a whole lot of heat. It's not too warm, so we're not going to be using a whole lot of AC. It's actually a perfect day to do this test.
Yeah, it's like 59 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, the only thing left to do now is cue up a little bit of road trip music
Yes.
and just get about 100 miles done.
Let's just get it done.
Yeah.
So we're coming to an end of our Denver 100 loop here, and I gotta say, these KO3s actually feel incredible. They're very smooth, they're not bumpy, they're not too loud. I'm blown away with how nice this ride has been.
So, I mean, this wheel is also the 20-inch wheel, right?
Yep.
So we didn't change the wheel size as far as the rim is concerned.
Right.
So, and I was kind of curious about it because like if we got like an 18-inch wheel and like a bigger sidewall,
Right.
I would have expected a more soft and cushy ride.
Right, because you're given, more sidewall.
Yeah, more give. But I'm also very happy with these tires.
Yeah, I'm really intrigued to see how these other set of tires are going to be.
Yeah.
These all seasons.
And the other thing about KO3, first of all, it's the next generation. It's above KO2, right? We'll do other off-road tests.
Yes.
So this is not an off-road test. But also, they're not very loud.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
But BFGs, KO2s, and KO3s have always been known to be more refined,
Yeah.
especially for an all-terrain. And these are triple peak rated, so they're good for the snow.
All season and all terrain.
I mean,
But they're not the most affordable tire.
No,
I
but-
mean, it's a good tire, and it's a good tire for a reason.
right? You get what you pay for.
Yeah. All right, so just a quick update. So we went 108 miles, we're almost there. And so far, if I have 108 miles and I divide, we used 48 kilowatt hours. We're at about 2.25 miles per kilowatt hour, which is actually not that good.
Yeah. No, it's
I mean, it's not terrible for a cybertruck. It's a big, heavy vehicle.
Right.
But I'm wondering if the other tires will be much better. They might be.
It could be. I mean, and plus they're going to be a little bit lighter too. They're not going to be as heavy.
Yeah.
So we started out with 80% of battery, and we're at 38% now.
So we're basically 42% used up
Yeah.
in 111 miles, which is actually kind of poor if you think about it.
I mean, I don't know that these have ever been intended to have great MPGE.
No, it's not the focus of this tire, right?
No, not so much.
No.
But, it is what it is, I
Yeah.
suppose, with these.
So you have to remember this, right? An electric vehicle is very sensitive to everything.
Everything.
The rolling resistance of the tire, the weight you're carrying, the weight you're towing, maybe. The gasoline or diesel vehicle is also sensitive to that.
Right.
But you don't notice it as much, right?
You notice a huge fluctuation with if you're going uphill, if there's wind, if it's hot or cold. I mean, there's so many variables that can, defer how much your range is going to be used and how accurate it's going to be. And
All right, well, let's see how much energy we put back into this puppy. We went 111 miles, like we said, and we used 48 kilowatt hours of energy. So yeah, it works out to be about 111 over 48, about 2.3.
yeah.
All right, well, let's see how much energy actually gets delivered, right? Because there's a little bit of loss in transmission sometimes.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do it.
There it is, we got it. So how much energy did we receive?
52 kilowatt hours.
And we used 48.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's normal, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll have to see. We need to change tires
The day is not over yet.
and then do another one.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Before you do any tire changes, you want to make sure you put your Tesla in jack mode. You do that, you go into service, scroll down, you'll see jack mode here. Simple enough.
Jen, you made that tire swap look easy.
Just everything that I'm familiar with.
Practice much?
Practice, yeah, for like 4 years. Yeah.
Awesome. So we're back. We're doing this on the same day. So the sun is setting,
Yep, it's a long day.
but we have new wheels and tires. How awesome. Can you show the tires, please?
Yeah, so we got some Michelin Defender LTX Platinums, not triple peak rated, but they are some good all seasons, and we have some really nice on-road atomic wheels. I think these look so cool.
Very sporty, right?
Yeah, very much.
Very sporty. All right, so all we have to do is drive another 111 miles, which is easy peasy, right?
The easy part.
Easy part. And then we see, does it really make a difference? Will the tire make a difference?
Let's see.
All right, Jen, we're going to reset trip B once again. So we're ready for our second loop. So with all-terrain tires, we used up 48 kilowatt hours.
Yep.
So I'm betting this is going to be better.
I would assume they would be.
So I just don't know by how much.
That's a good question. Is it going to be a lot? Is it going to be a little? You know, these all seasons aren't as blocky of tread, so it should provide a much smoother ride, therefore less resistance, and give us better energy.
Yeah, I had a question for you, because you've been doing tires, or you used to do tires quite a bit. I noticed our friends at Elevated, right, balanced them and got them all done. But sometimes shops out there, they put weights on the outside of the wheel, and some of them put them on the inside of the wheel.
Right.
And oftentimes, enthusiasts like us, I hate weights on the outside.
The hammer-on weights?
Yes.
It makes me cringe.
What's the difference? Is it the cost difference or what?
So a lot of times when you have like steelies or, you know, not really finished wheels, you can get away with the hammer-on weights.
Yes.
But ideally, if you can do stick-on weights on the inside, I would much rather go for that, you know, especially if you've got black weights, you've got silver weights, and if you have, you know, cool
white wheels. So it kind of matches the style of your
you know,
truck.
if you can find tire companies that will put white wheel weights on there too, you know, it's the stuff that I used to do, is that attention to detail. You know, it's nothing worse than having like a nice black wheel and then gross silver weights on there.
And it also scratches the finish sometimes,
yeah, you know,
right?
just make it look good. And seeing companies that use like screwdrivers to remove wheel weights just makes me cringe. You know, you got to use an actual plastic weight removing tool so that's not marring up your wheels.
All right. Well, so already it's pretty smooth ride, but we have to put some miles behind this truck.
Yeah, it's only been a mile or so.
Yeah, to actually get a feeling for these tires and the ride. All right, let's keep going. Well, it's been quite a day.
It's been a long day of driving to go nowhere.
Well, it's okay. It's for science.
It is for science.
Yes. So I'm happy to report, Jen, I've been watching while you were driving. I've been watching the trip meter. And I'm happy to report, and I will show the camera right now, that it took us less energy.
Let's see where we're at.
We went the same distance, same route, same day, 45 kilowatt hours versus 48.
3 less.
3 less. So you know what? It's almost like we saved a little bit less than 10%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tires do matter.
They do make a difference. Maybe not a huge difference, but definitely a difference for sure. And I will say the KO3s were very comfortable, very smooth. And obviously so were these Michelin Defenders. But I don't know if I could really decipher a huge difference between the two, especially at this. So I don't know if maybe the suspension on this Cybertruck had a lot to do with it, but both of them were extremely comfortable.
Yeah, and like the KO3s weren't very loud, were very nice.
No.
I mean, this tire just felt, I don't know, maybe it was just my perception, my brain telling me that it felt like this tire was a little bit more smooth maybe.
Yeah.
But like the bumps felt similar.
Oh yeah. No,
Like,
I didn't decipher a huge difference, especially just between the KO3s and the Defenders. You know, I thought that I would feel a lot more bumps or choppiness or even just tire noise from the KO3s, but man, they were smooth as can be, and same with what I expected with the Defenders too. I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and look at this, we're at 40%. Remember, we're at like 37% with the KO3s?
Yeah, yeah.
So a more aggressive tire that's meant for off-roading will hurt you on range.
True.
There's no doubt.
No.
There's no doubt.
Maybe
now.
not a huge, massive difference of like 15%, but
something like 8%, maybe.
Still a difference for sure. I don't know.
Well,
I think we did it.
Yes. And thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next time at alltfl.com. We have all the news, all the real world reviews right there.